T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. I'm your boy MJ. Welcome to the Trap Talks New Breeder on the Block series. I'm excited. We got a heavy up-and-coming hitter tonight for this series that I do every Monday. Just want to say, if this is your first time tapping in, what is good? I'm your boy MJ. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. That way you're on top of every single podcast I drop here on this channel. And then drop a comment. Let me know what you like best out of each episode. I'm curious what you guys are getting the most out of every episode. I get a lot of great feedback. I also want to say I forget about all the other audio platforms that I'm on out there. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Buzzsprout, Google Play, all that great stuff. So no matter where you're listening to me at, please also don't forget to rate, review, and then subscribe to wherever you listen at other than YouTube. Greatly appreciate it. It helps me a lot. So I got to say thank you. Now, if you're looking for exclusive content, if you want to get more than what you see here each week, best thing you could do is go down to the link, very top of the link. Join the Trap Talk Patreon family. I want to say first and foremost, shout out to my Patreon family. My number one, my heart. These people just get me going, man. I'm telling you right now. Thank you so much for your love and support, all my Patreon members. But yeah, if you're looking to tap in, if you want to get a lot more out of what you have so far in this industry, telling you, man, growing is knowing. I can tell you that. And this is a good way to market yourself and get around some real deal fucking breeders, some long-term keepers. And yeah, we're all in this for the long run. So first and foremost, thank you to all my Patreon members. I love you guys. But yeah, you out there, come join the Patreon family. Come fuck with us. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord, which taps you in with over 135 trappers. And then that shit's going 24/7. I don't close down the Discord at all. It's just like 7-Eleven, always open. You feel me? So thank you. Appreciate my Patreon members. Also, give me a follow on Instagram at the Trap Talk God 619, and make sure you follow the podcast's Instagram page as well, the Trap Talk Podcast. And then also, I have another YouTube channel out there for anyone out there who's curious. What is going on? Whoa, is that my camera doing that? Am I tripping? Is there a glitch? Holy shit. Am I glitchy? Might have to fix this. But anyways, let me just keep talking. But yeah, guys, do me a favor. Go give me a follow or go subscribe to my vlogs channel here, the Trap Vlogs. I actually put out a weekly vlog either on my own collection or actually put it out wherever I'm at. I do a lot of traveling and whatnot. So make sure you go check that out. Go subscribe. And then also, okay, did I fix it? Looks like it's fixed. That was weird. I hope it doesn't do it again. Anyways, I'm all mind fucked. Also, guys, guess what? I brought back Unfiltered Reptiles Podcast. Woo! Okay, guys, I got Dave Levinson teaming up with me. Okay, basically my right-hand man on this. We're going to be putting out podcasts at minimum once every 2 weeks. But I will say it's important that you head over to this YouTube channel now. Go subscribe and set your reminder for Wednesday night's podcast. Sitting down with Justin. Man, this is all about the future of the hobby. You know, for instance, clutch, right? Dave has questions, by the way. By the way, Dave's taking the reins on this one. I'm just going to be here just moderating. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. Dave has questions. Dave really wants to tap in to what Justin has going on, but then also Dave has ideas, and we're going to tap into genetics, shed testing type stuff. It's just going to get really heavy, and that's going down Wednesday. Shout out to my new co-host on Unfiltered Reptiles Podcast, Dave Levinson. You're my boy, and we're going to do big things. I appreciate you so much, Dave. Let's see. Did I get everything out there? Yeah, I think I did. All right, awesome. I got to say, first and foremost, this episode is brought to you by, I'm going to say it, man, Miguel Garcia. Always evolving pythons and always not calling me. I'm just kidding. I love you. Listen, I'll get a hold of your ass someday. Someday, right? But either way, this is my day one. It's my homie. I always support Miguel. He's putting YouTube stuff out. Make sure you go give him a follow on YouTube. Always evolving pythons. Go give him a follow on Instagram. Hella go follow him on Morph Market. Go see what he has available. This is my road dog, man. If I have anyone to owe what I have going on this year with my own ball python stuff, it's to this guy right here, Miguel Garcia. He has put me on from the beginning, and he still does. He's one of my biggest supporters in this, man, and cannot be more thankful than to have the AEP family supporting the trap. Thank you so much, Miguel. And then I also forgot, I actually finally put animals up on Morph Market too. So guys, go check out what I have. It's not a lot. But I actually did put some heat up on Morph Market. If you want to go head over to the Morph Market and follow me at the Trap Exotics, you can go ahead and scroll down and see a couple animals that I have here so far. But I actually have over 10 I'm about to be posting soon. But listen, anybody who listens to this podcast and goes over to Morph Market to inquire about any of these animals, free shipping. Let's go. All right, guys, thank you for all your love and support. I got to say, who is here in the early birds and is ready to rock and roll for tonight's guest, the homie Adam. I know a lot of you guys are pumped up for this, man. I got to tell you, I am as well. The homie Herbert, what is good? HB Reptiles in the building. Thanks for tapping in, Herbert. Appreciate you. Big Mike, 1776 Exotics. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Oh, by the way, Herbert, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. The homie Jake Doyle. What's up, Jake Doyle? Thanks for tapping in. Will's Hella Heat. What is up? Central Jersey Exotics. What is good? Wise Guys, forget about it. Thanks for tapping in. Uniquely Muted Morphs. What is up? Jaffe, what up, Jaffe? That's my Canadian player right here. This is my dog right here. There's homie Big Jaffe in the building. Thanks for tapping in, Jaffe. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Grow Tent. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Thanks for tapping in. Julio Fulio all day. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Thank you so much for being here, Julio. 843 Exotics. What is good? Deviant Glass. What is good? Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Going through. Sean Perry. What is up, player? It's my big dog, Sean Perry, in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member. Sunshine State Sulfurs, what is up? Thanks for tapping in. Eric's Morph Factory, what is up? Thanks for tapping in. Trademan Exotics, what is up? Thanks for tapping in. Linwin Exotics, what is up? Thanks for tapping in. Jay Hendo, No Pretendo, what is up, player? Trap Talk Patreon member, thanks for tapping in. Metal Scale Reptiles, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. Private Sector Pythons, what is up? Thanks for tapping in. Blacklist Exotics, what's up, homegirl? Thanks for tapping in. Or your husband, either or. I haven't met your husband yet, but Carolyn, you're cool. I say your name, Carolyn, right? I said that right? Hope I did. Big D, Dennis, what is up, player? The Serpent Smiths, my dim sum homie right here, and my A1 shooter. It's my boy. Thanks for being here, Dylan. Or not Dylan, that's Dylan. Dennis. Big D's nuts. What's up, Dylan? Thanks for being here so much. Trap Talk Patreon member. By the way, Dennis Hella, Trap Talk Patreon member. Team Zoo Dreams in the building. Jay, what's up, Jay? Barbara J in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Ledka, what's up, Ledka? Thanks for tapping in. There he is. My heavy hitter from Canada, Brett the Hitman Hart. I'm telling you right now, this is the excellent of execution right here. Will Moroz. I'm sorry, guys. And you know what, Foster, I would give you the Celebrity Appearance Award of Canada right now, but unfortunately, it's gonna go to my boy Will. But hey, Foster, good seeing you. I love you. Foster's amazing, but we're gonna have to end it in style and in royalty. Royal Canadian Reptiles, Will Moroz, thank you so much. Guys, the reason why I'm excited that Will's here is because, like I said, if you don't know the backstory of Adam and who he's really, working shoulder to shoulder with a lot of these projects and basically who he's been helping out, it's Will Moroz. Anybody that close to Will, I'm like, fuck, that's sick. Imagine if I could be that close to Will. What would happen? A lot of cool stuff in my ball python game, I can tell you that much. But guys, I just need you guys to just get hydrated, get your mind right, whatever that is, get some trees or, whatever, one of those pens, or just drink water, whatever. Strap on. It's going on. It's about to go down. New breed on the block series, Exile Exotics, my boy Adam. Let's go. No joke. Tap in. Cheap.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it.
And we are live. Adam, Exiled Exotics in the building. Like your hat.
Sure.
What's up, player? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah, everything's good.
How you living, bro? Thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
How's everything on your end? First and foremost, how far are you from Will, just so people know out there? Like, where's your demographic in Canada?
So I'm about 40 minutes away from Will's, just south of him, closest to the 401, which is the main stretch that goes through.
Awesome. And you're commuting about how many days over to Will's? How's that? Like, let's kind of get into that right off the bat. How many days a week are you linking up with Will?
Typically every Saturday right now. I know he's got some plans on maybe doing an extra day here and there.
Okay. And how's the story go with you and you meeting somebody like Will? You know, I mean, Canada, or at least where you're at, it's not too huge of a place. So I'm just, you know, as far as like, you know, I don't know, the population where you guys are at is not that big. Am I right? And it seems very country and shit.
Yeah. Like it's there's like 100 kilometers, not even 60 kilometers, maybe 30 miles, 40 miles of like main communities that stretch all the way across Ontario. And when I first got it, I had no idea he was, you know, 30, 40 minutes away from me. Right. So I got hooked up with another guy, getting rats and stuff, cleaned some animals for him, hung around. He was showing me some things, and then he introduced me to Will, and it's been never looked back. Damn.
All right. So basically all about, you know, somebody else you met in this game kind of you know, passed it down. That's what it's all about. You know, it's a lot of it. It's not what you know, it's who you know, and then you figure out what you need to know once you find out who you know. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
But all right, man. I mean, since we kind of got that out of the way, I'm curious, what was it that what was it that encouraged you into ball pythons, and why ball pythons? And let's kind of start from there.
Wow. I got pretty sick back in 2016, 2017. Was off work for a little while, so I picked up some bearded dragons. Actually, had 2 or 3 of them, and messing around, and got into a pet store. They had two or 3 ball pythons there. Actually, I still have one of them, the male cinnamon. And
nice.
Buddy goes, "Go check out what you can make with this thing." And I'm like, "Make with it?" And he pulled out a super cinnamon, right? It was an all black snake. And I'm like, God, that's cool as hell. So got 1, then got 2, and then got 20, and then got 30. And yeah, man, I haven't looked back.
And what year was that?
2016, 2017.
Okay. Damn. And so you basically started, you know, things picked up pretty quick once you kind of started realizing how cool morphs were and whatnot, I'm assuming, right?
Dude, I got that 1 male, and then it was just.
Were you picking up a lot from the same person, or like was the same person putting you on, or were you just finding them throughout different resources out on the web or whatnot?
Well, actually, this guy here, his name is Mark. He had a pet store years ago downtown Toronto. So it was like 2 or 3 months after I met him. He's like, "Yo, it's your birthday. Let's go to Toronto, and I'll introduce you to a few people." And the first door I walked in was Billy Rose, actually. And then
wow.
And then Jason Thomas, another cool guy here from Toronto. I bought some animals at Jason's place, and then we stopped at another spot and, grabbed a couple animals there. And he kind of opened the door for, this cool little hobby everybody's got going on.
Yeah, it's nuts, huh? It's crazy how, I'm 37. Hate to say that, but I'm 37 years old, and I came into this game about 4 years ago. So I was about 33, and then I had no idea I've been on this earth for this long and didn't know that there was a whole world of snakes like this out there, like a whole fucking club. It's like a club, a huge club,
It's crazy.
It's awesome. I wish I would have found a long time ago, but then again, I was who knows with my life back then. I think everything works out for a reason. And I'm happy to hear that you basically got the itch, just like a lot of everyone else. But it seems to me that you are really into the animals, right? Like, I mean, the animals is something that you're real drawn to, first and foremost. And I'm curious about, like, how much research did you actually go into the whole breeding side of things, or even investing into snakes? Like, was it this guy that had the pet shop that was kind of laying down the stepping stones for you, or what were you doing to kind of prep yourself for this?
Well, he was kind of, in retrospect and looking back now, it was kind of like the wrong direction. You know, it took me a while before I even started thinking about breeding. I think my first clutch was like 2019, late 2019, 2020.
Okay.
I mean, there was like 2 years in between there, 2-3 years that I wasn't planning on actually breeding anything. I was wanting to make these cool animals, but I wasn't confident enough yet to step up, right? So, yeah, I mean, a little bit of learning, a little bit of trial and error, I guess you can say, and trying to find the right stuff that I kind of wanted to work with, which was, personal problem.
What was it? Let's kind of talk about some of the things that was kind of maybe in your head a lot and kept you from wanting to go ahead and pursue certain things. Like, is it because you were scared to fail at breeding or fail to breed certain things? Like, what was it that you're really concerned about?
At the time, I think it was the scared to fail for breeding. I didn't want to. I just started learning like spider and spider, champagne and champagne. You don't want to mix that stuff. Spot nose and certain things, you don't want to mix those things. So it was kind of like more or less trying to find out the animals that I could, and then eventually just stop worrying about it and roll with it. So,
yeah, dude. Oh my God. It can be very discouraging, especially when you invest, like like me, dude. I don't know if you heard this story. I'm sure a lot of people have who've listened to this podcast a lot, but here you go. You guys hear it again. But a lot of people don't. I mean, a lot of people know that when I first got into this game, I was just buying shit based off looks. I would just see it and I'm like, oh, I want that, but I had no clue what a recessive or a codom was. But by the time I did get put on game, by the time I did start realizing, oh my God, that's what I need to make, or that's what I need to buy to make that. Like, I had to luckily I was in a position where I acted quick and I got a lot of it out. You know what I mean? But some people aren't always as lucky, and they get put in a position where, they have to find out the hard way where it's too late and they're like already trying to breed, or they do champagne to champagne or something like that. And they get something fucked up and they're like, oh my God, nobody told me about this, and this also goes back to like closed mouths don't get fed. You got to ask questions, you know what I mean? And I initially just got into this wanting just to have snakes, look cool with my, with me. Like, I just wanted my animals. You know what I mean? I had no intentions on breeding whatsoever, because honestly, I doubted myself. I was kind of like you. I was like, I don't think I could breed. I was like, that seems really hard. Like, that seems crazy, but after a while, realizing what I had male to female, of course, just like any other human, they're like, oh, I wonder what happened if you pair them, and of course, that's when Brian Barczyk came into my life, and fuck, the rest is history, bro.
Yeah.
But it's cool because, if you're able to handle the learning curves that this hobby has to give you, and some of it, like I said, can be really tough to fucking handle certain learning curves, but it makes it all the worth the while. If you're able to pursue little failures, whether it's like not incubating something right or not pairing something right or whatever, failures are okay in this. Like, I think failure is almost good in anything. Repeating failure, I mean, you don't want to continue to fuck up on the same thing. That's one thing that I have a hard time trying to help certain people with. Like, people come and ask me for help and I see that they keep fucking doing the same thing and fucking up, and I'm like, dude, why do you do that? You know what I mean? And some people just, it's difficult, but also it makes you stronger. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Now, I want to kind of talk about some of the things that you've really gained lately over the last, I don't know, how long have you and Will been linking up for now?
Just over 2 years now.
Fuck. Okay. Over 2 years. So over 2 years, what has really progressed? Overall, you feel like what's something that you could look at your collection that you didn't have 2 years ago, other than obviously the different snakes, but I'm talking about like, planning wise, how's your planning now 2 years after being with somebody like Will?
Oh, geez. Have you heard Will talk about pairings?
Fucking love Will. I love hearing Will talk. You kidding me?
Yeah. So I don't, there's the planning here now. My animals, the ones that I'm trying to pursue, aren't something that I'm planning for next season. They're all stepping stones until I hit, or hit clutches that are my end goal, right? If that makes sense.
Right.
So everything that I have now kind of justifies what I'm planning on making, in the future. So it's working with him has definitely opened my eyes to not just grabbing animals, like you said, that you visually like, but the ones that are going to help you progress your business further down the road. So.
Yeah, because the way I look at it, like you gotta not give two shits about your first 5 years at least in it. Like, and what I mean by that, like, don't worry about what's the best snake you can make that year. And if you want me to go deeper on that, I'm saying is like you should always be making fucking snakes that's gonna make you really bang out 3 years or 2 years from then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which that's why, why do you think Will is the Mr. Holdback King with hets and shit like that? He could easily started letting go of stuff a long time ago. But would that put him where he's at now? No. Will did everything strategically. That's why fucking Will's one of the biggest players, I feel like, in this game. Because especially also back then, things weren't as available, Like he could have been the one to put other people on with this, but no, he didn't. And that's the smartest thing you could have done, bro. It's, you know what I mean? A lot of people, other people did give into the money, did give into like the rush and like, okay, fuck it, he wants to pay me this much, and they would spend that money but that would put them off. And this is why, I didn't know Will ducked away for those few years and then came back. And, I think that's also really big. Like, that gives you an idea on why he's at where he's at with his collection. The guy's, he's buckled down and just done his thing and not has sold. He doesn't sell shit, I mean, obviously he does now, but he's still smart about it. You just got to be smart about it.
Yeah. I mean, you walk in there, you've been there. It's crazy.
Fuck, I've been there. It's cool to say dude, it's really cool to say that I've been to Will's. That's fucking, and I'm going back for sure. I can't wait. I want to do multiple trips to Canada a year, man. I mean, I would like to, but Canada is beautiful, bro. I had a good time at Billy's. We had some amazing steaks at Billy's, but honestly, I had the time of my life kicking it up there at Will's in that fucking pool and just chopping up with his pops, Khalil. Khalil makes everything feel better. I just love Khalil. Khalil warms my heart, man. I love that guy so much. That's my boy right there. Like, Khalil's another guy I respect highly in this game, and a lot of people don't understand the struggles Khalil's been through in this game with the restaurants he's owned and businesses with his brother. And, Khalil could easily been tapped out of this game a long time ago, which I remember even him putting some snakes up for sale. And I got real concerned, but he's not going anywhere. Khalil has heat, and I think Khalil has other people around him to let him know that it'd be very foolish for him to stop pursuing the 514 dream. And like it's really hard nowadays. You this, Adam, but there's a lot of people that are now killing it in Canada, right? But I feel like Khalil is one of those pioneers to the Canadian market, just like Will is, in a Mark Mandic and shit like that. That's the way I look at 514, so, but he's come a long ways. And like I said, man, I'm so blessed, mainly to be in this industry because of the people. And that obviously, look who you're with, so I think what can make you have the best time ever in this game is surrounding yourself with the best people.
Absolutely.
That's the best. And you have to be smart about it, man. A lot of people, they'll meet somebody and they'll be like, oh, that's my first friend who, my first friend that I got along with or whatever, but then they're actually toxic or something. And like, they just still stick with them. Like, you got to fucking read the red flags, dude. If anyone's around your circle not helping you grow, then you need to fucking move on. That's the way it works.
For sure.
Yeah. So now I'm curious as far as investment goes with you. Where are you at right now as far as how much money you're putting into the collection each year? I mean, let's just say, like, for instance, this year, how much money have you spent on new snakes?
I don't know the dollar value. Basically, whatever I sell goes back into the collection. None of my personal 9 to 5 goes into this place. Just whatever that comes out and goes back in, comes out, goes back in. I found it was the best way to keep the wife happy, really.
I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I get animals at Will's too all the time, right? So if I need something, not necessarily a huge discount on them, but we're hours worked and so. So I I did pretty well this year. I picked up some good stuff that should set me for the next 2 or 3 years, and now it's just trying to put those pieces together to make the stuff that I want to make in a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, that's the smartest thing you can do, bro. And it's obviously not the easiest thing when you're first starting. Obviously, you need money, right? You don't just come into this shit and fucking have snakes to sit on and breed. You even have to buy your initial amount of snakes. But that's why you don't like stay in your fucking lane. Like being like, here's the thing. A lot of people think I want to get in this. Oh my God. Miguel got in with 200,000. I need to get in like 200,000, or I need to get like that kind of mind frame like that. You need to chill on, you know what I mean? I think that all comes with, first off, passion, right? Make sure you're passionate about this before you even start thinking about that kind of money. And right. First off, make sure you're fucking into it. Like make sure you have the snakes and you're into it. So I always tell people, like, you don't need a lot of money to start this. You don't. Like, be smart about it. Like, I mean, there's levels to this. Like, if you want to get one expensive pair, cool. But like, I don't think you should get a whole rack full of them. Like start where you're seeing if this is right for you. And if you do this slowly, it could pick up. I mean, Adam, how quick can things pick up? Like if you first off, if you got the bills and you want to buy shit, how quick can that happen?
I mean, it depends on what you're making. If you're making, visuals, then it can take off really quick. But if you're playing the long game and you're making heads.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, let's say I wanted to go look for this shit. Like, let's just say I'm ready to buy snakes. They're out there to buy is what I'm saying. It's very easy to find a Will or find an Ozzy or find a Miguel or find somebody who will fucking probably put you on if you come correct. And then next thing you know, you do got a rack. Next thing you know, you do got a rack full of powerhouses and fucking crazy females. Like, I'm just saying, it goes from that point A to point B very, very quick once you're ready. You feel me?
Yeah. So
I'm just saying it's going to happen when it's ready. Just, first off, I'm just saying, I want people to know, are you meant for this? Can you handle multi-weekly water changes? Go ahead.
You watch a lot of people fall off because of that stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, you
know what I mean?
It's true. Very true. Yeah. 100%. That's why if you watch people carefully and you see how crazy their energy is in the beginning, and then after a year or two, it's not there as much, it's because they're over it. They don't have the results the time they need them. And then they eventually just fall off. Like you said, that's why you can't put a timeline on Mother Nature, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck what you think or what, your luck is. There's just snakes out there that won't breed. It's not a lot with the ball pythons, but there is cases of that shit happening. So you really just got to just enjoy the ride. You got to believe, you got to trust the process. I keep saying this, but the process that you think in your head and believe in it, you have to trust it and just let it just write out, and things write out. It just, and once you stop, I feel like once you let go and stop worrying about when's this going to happen, dude, that's when it happens. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what happens when you don't give a fuck, but that's why I keep myself busy with all this shit. Like I understood that, like, just having ball pythons, I was able to do not only all my chores very quickly, but too much time to think. I have too much time to think. I don't want time to think. Let that shit grow. Let that shit grow, breed, and then we think about what we just produced out of the egg, and then we go from there. You know what I mean? That's just the way I work at it. I need to keep my brain busy. But I'm curious with this, Adam. How many snakes do you have overall? What's your total count?
Right now it's probably 170. 180.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What do you do for 9 to 5?
I work for an install company doing gutters, and just started actually with these guys. It was a huge. Hey,
have you been in that industry for a while?
No, this is all new to me. Nothing. Like learning new. I've done all this stuff before. Just the money was too hard to turn down, and the hours are amazing. I'm home more now with the kids. I'm home more for the wife. I can squeeze out the Wills maybe 1 or 2 more times a week. and I got tons of time to do my own thing in the snake room down here. So it's.
So I was gonna ask you. You're not overwhelmed at all. Like you're in a good place right now.
Yeah. This is bougie. I'm not used to this. I got up at like 2:00, and I'm like, what do I do now for the rest of the afternoon?
Now, let's kind of talk about the fact that you do have a job, which you obviously don't know where it'll take you in the next few years. Obviously, I hope big places, but what would it take for the ball python game to get you to just be a full-time breeder, or is that something you're not even trying to look at? Like, what's up with that?
Right now, it's probably not like the next 4 or 5 years, maybe not full-time.
Right.
You know, I eventually want this to take over my wife's income, right? So she can stay home with the kids. I can look after the snakes, go to work, you know, maybe do that half. I mean, if I'm getting done at 2:00 in the afternoon at work, I don't know if I'll leave that, right? I'm getting paid for 10 a day, and it's easy. So if this could take over the wife's form of income, this would be great. And I mean, it's somewhat there. It's just one of those, you know, nervous to take that leap, right?
That's one of the biggest thing that's weighed in the back of my mind, because right now we don't have kids, me and my wife, right? But we want kids, right? At some point, we're gonna, you know, that's a part of our future. But right now, my wife works hard. She has a really good job. She makes bank. Like she makes, I don't know where we're at. I know we're pretty neck on neck when it comes to breeding and what she makes, but she makes fucking really good money. So, but like, let's just say we have kids, and there's times where she's like, you know, like it's really hard on her. I'm gonna see that, like, dude, I don't want my wife to have to work like this no more. You know what I mean? I would love to retire. I would love to retire my wife, and because I think about how much that would help me. I'm not the most organized person. Like, I'm good at certain things, right? But my wife is like fucking P's and Q's, like she is on top of her shit with stuff like that. You know, not only like just like a bunch of stuff she can help me with, but can I afford her? No, I cannot. I can't. I mean, and that's the reality of things. But luckily I have some time to figure that out, right? Which I don't blame you. That's a smart thing, bro. Like that's really a mature way to think about things. Especially because how many kids you have?
I got 2
kids, boy and girl. What are they?
Girl, Anthony and Brindley.
Anthony and 2 boys?
Brindley.
Okay, awesome. What are their ages?
Tony just turned 2, and Brindley will be 1 in December. So
oh my god, so they're pretty close in age. Damn.
Yeah, get it over with, right?
You know, it's crazy, man. A lot of people having babies and whatnot out there, and I'm sure there's maybe some people that are about to be entering fatherhood. What do you have to speak on being a father, working with working with reptiles first and foremost, but then having a 9 to 5? You know, how are you juggling all 3? You know, you holding it down pretty good, or was there a time where you had to make sure you made time? Like what's that all about?
And it's not a struggle, but it definitely there's probably tons of people that'll listen to this that kind of, you know, you get home at 6:00 at night. For me, a couple months ago, I was working 12 to 12 shifts, so that was like, I get home at midnight, I work in the snake room till 2:30, 3 o'clock. I go to bed, I get up with the kids at 7:38 with the wife, you know, hang out for a couple hours, go back to work at 12, repeat the process day in and day out. So I mean, it's a struggle, but you do what you got to do, right? It's when you have something that these guys down here depend on me just as much as the kids do. These snakes don't eat. My kids don't eat. You know, you have to be that person. Now, luckily, I have the wife for the kids, so she takes the full force of those guys when I'm not around, and I mean, you do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, man, it's crazy, and I know once you really want to do something, you'll do it. Like if you're passionate about something, you'll fucking do it. You won't find no excuse. Sleep won't matter. Energy won't matter. If you need to do something and you love it, you'll fucking do it. And I love how I have that instilled in me with what is behind me. And what I mean by that, I fucking crawl out of bed at 2 a.m., look at locks. My mind is like, I get things that wake me up saying, dude, go to the room right now. And I'm like, and I can't help it. I stumble out of bed. I'll come check out the snakes. I'll see a snake and shed. I'll, whatever. Something will keep me out of bed. But I don't mind it. I don't give a fuck. Like this is so happy. That keeps me so happy with what I do. But people don't really know that kind of feeling because they've never really worked with something they really love that much. I never have. I never worked with anything like this that I love this much. I mean, I like making money. I was good at sales. But once I went into management, my life went to shit. Everything fucking went to shit. Just all the shit. All of it went to shit. And I got really depressed, because I was like, how am I going to continue this? How am I going to be fucking 50 years old doing this? And, a lot of my peers weren't going to their kids' games or being around their family and like getting credit for fucking coming in on their day off and shit. Go fuck yourself. Are you kidding me? Like, no, if I, I would purposely schedule my schedule around my kids' schedule just so I could be around my kids. I was working with people who weren't like that. I was working with people who didn't give a fuck. And I'm like, and that's the raw truth of corporate America. People who have crazy 14-hour jobs in corporate America don't see their kids, bro. It's fucked up. I'm good. I don't have kids yet, but once I do, I want to see those motherfuckers all the time. All the time. Yeah. Shit. But, day by day, man, it's I feel like a lot of people need to just really give them, first and foremost, do better if you're not happy. And what I mean by that, if you are waking up every single day and you're super unhappy, you deserve better. You shouldn't be like that. There's got to be something you do to make you feel better about what it is that you do every day. And guess what a lot of this is? People are able to do their fucking 9 to 5 because they can come home to their snakes or they can come home to their animals, bro. The animals is a fucking gateway. It's like so therapeutic. And I don't need to tell anybody this because a lot of people are on the same page when it comes to this shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, I have certain people, Adam, that like you, bro, you have a really good job, something that you couldn't turn down. Right. And I have people I look up to who are in the same position that you've been, but for like the last 40 years, and they still haven't given up that job and they still breed snakes and they keep both, but I can tell you what, they're over that job. They're fucking well over it, but personality in them doesn't want to give it up because why? It's like, it's there, it's guarantee, but then also they don't realize that they have over 200-300K worth of fucking production every year. It's like, so it's crazy, man. I really commend people who can keep the 9 to 5, keep their mind straight, and then do the snakes. But I think the only reason why they can keep their 9 to 5 is because of the snakes. I'm just saying. It's crazy, bro. I don't know,
This place is definitely my zen. When I've had a bad day, I come down here and hang out for a bit.
Right.
The coolest part now is bringing it.
Let's tap into your projects, bro. I want to know what it is that you are mostly pumped up about. First and foremost, what are maybe some things you made this year or are going to make this year? I know we're getting close to the end of 2022 here, but let's kind of tap into your projects here, man. What's happening?
So Will and I had this conversation, same with Khalil. Me and him talked about it today. It's that you look at what's the most popular thing on Morph Market right now?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't want to say I'm not a ball python guy, bro. DG?
Well, Desert Ghost and Clown, right?
Right. Okay, DG Clown, right.
Everybody wants to make, clowns, Desert Ghosts, puzzles, stuff like that. But you don't see a lot of guys making like crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. There are guys making some crazy Krypton stuff. That was my thing this year. Was I kept telling Will, I'm like, dude, I need to get some Krypton stuff. Well, lo and behold, I had one here in the rack. I didn't know, and I was planning on putting something else to it, and threw this mail in, and sure as hell, I got some Kryptons out of it. So, anyways, long story short, that's where I kind of want to go moving forward. Is DG and stuff like that.
Krypton is compared to Clown. Am I wrong, or is it similar to Clown? Am I tripping? What is Krypton again?
I could be wrong on this too. Somebody in the chat will hit it, but it's a Krypton's a visual double het cryptic clown. So it's the genes in it. You can go one way or the other. I think if somebody will probably fix that, but.
I know Will's in the building. Come on, Will, correct it.
They just make crazy looking animals, and Will hit a few this year and last year, and like they're, in my opinion, the combo Kryptons sometimes look better than the visual clowns, right? And I think if you throw DG in that, dude, it's just gonna be nuts.
So Krypton is clown and cryptic.
Yeah, visual hets.
Visual hets, got it. And you're saying you want to throw DG in that bad boy?
Yeah.
How far are we from that?
A year, 2 years, maybe.
What about anyone else you know that's working with that as well?
Oh, there's some made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, other than the Krypton project, first and foremost, where are you at with the triple quad recessive vision? I mean, are you eventually trying to go quads and whatnot?
I'm 0, bro. I got nothing floating around. There might be a couple, triple hets in here, but I'm not pushing that one just yet.
Okay, cool.
If I do visual male or visual female and then work it that way, but
right.
Not yet.
Cool. I mean, because like I said, I mean, I'm the same way. Like I'm basically catching up off the last 2 years of me fucking up. And what I mean by that, the last 2 years I tried looking at like what is my best possibilities of making the best snake like this year, and I wasn't thinking about the whole 2-3 years down the road, and so I'm doing that now, right? But I'm like, man, there's so much untapped double recessive shit that I feel like that needs to be fucking covered. And I'm excited for that. I'm also not somebody who thinks I need to make quad triple recessive projects to be successful in the ball python game. That's nonsense. I mean, you
right.
Like, it's crazy. Fucking quality sells first and foremost, right? But also I think even the double recessives with the certain codoms that could lead to also different fucking like world first and shit. Like, I feel like there's so much stuff that still needs to be covered, which I like, dude, listen, that's God bless you. If you could fucking go for quads and triples, I salute you. You're well ahead of the game. I'm talking about me. I'm good. I rather get there when I get there. You know what I mean? I'm in no rush. I just feel like there's so much meat there's so much meat on the bone still in the double recessive world. And even in the recessive, bro, like, honestly, like I said, anything banging sells. If it's a fucking sick ass looking snake, it's gonna sell no matter what. You there? Oh, this fool has choppy internet. Go ahead next. You might need to exit out, doggy. You're chopped up. He looks like one of the damn like.
Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
Yeah, go ahead and exit out. You're very You're lagging big time. Exit out.
I'm all chopped.
Dude, he reminded me of one of the a Madden or or when you're like trying to build a character, like he was just like this. Oh my god, how many people in the building? 66 people. That's what's up. Respect. How many likes we got? Am I gonna have to go look at the likes? Where we at with the likes? Let's just see. The building. Okay, damn. All right. 57 likes. We could get the likes up. And listen, if you're just now tapping in, get the likes up for the big homie right here, Adam. He's killing it. He's doing a great job. And yeah, backcountry internet. What are you gonna do? But Will don't got that problem. Will's had some choppy stuff, but either way, I mean, Will's never had to exit out because Will's a player. Here we go. Adam McDougal. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
McDougal. Sick ass lad. It reminds me of, like, did you play football?
No, I did in high school. Yeah.
Okay. Definitely sounds like somebody. It just sounds like somebody I had on my football team at one point. McDougal. I don't know. Sounds like that. But anyways, what were we talking about right now before you dipped out?
Double recessives. And if I got
yes. Yeah. Just anyways, I feel like, god damn, the one thing about the ball python game is doesn't matter what you work with. If it's quality, you can have a good time, you can have fun, and that's what you should do. But I'm curious here, Adam. What's your holdback game like? Are you looking at holding back anything as much as possible, or do you have to be smart about what you hold back because of space and whatnot?
Space is an issue. I mean, I got the full basement if I need it. my holdbacks this year is roughly about 80 animals. So
80. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I did all right with the amount of clutches that I had. Yeah, I mean, I got a Freedom Breeder and a baby ARS rack, split levels, and then 2 of a guy here. He makes these PVC racks. They're amazing. It's kind of like Sea Serpents racks,
right?
And it's full, so doing pretty good. But they're all single codoms. Some stack codoms. You know, like one right now is a Butter Hypo Het Desert Ghost. Some Pastel Shatter Het Clown stuff. Yeah. Trying to work my way up that ladder. I need to hold back as much as I can, because unless I'm getting it from, you know, Will and a few other people here in Canada, it's hard to get stuff up from the States. So.
How much stuff have you gotten from Will? Let's just come out with it. Like, what? Let's go.
Honestly, in 2 years, maybe less than 8 animals. Maybe 8 animals.
That's 8 times more than me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
You know what's funny, bro? Like, I remember my very first. I don't want to say it's profitable, but like I got some coin from selling some ball pythons. My second year, my very first year, my first year, right? And I was like, I have $3,000. I was like, I want to spend money, man. I was like, I'm going to spend this. I was like, I want to go to Will so bad, you know? Yeah. And so I went to Will. I forgot what time of the year it was. I didn't tell him how much money I had, you know, but I asked him, hey, bro, how much? I was like, what if I send you money and you just hold on to it and you make me something? And I say, hey, can you give it to me? He's like, yeah, cool. Like, what are you thinking? Like 10K? I'm like, I was like, sorry, wrong message. I was like, this was not the right person. Yeah. I was like, well, I'm out. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'm sure he gets that a lot.
No, that's like I feel like that's like the common, like I feel like that's like his the bare minimum, like, okay, this is what it's gonna take to even become considered on this list, because everyone else is dropping this shit, you know. And what's crazy is like 10K isn't shit. I just didn't know. Like I didn't know. Like I thought 3K was gonna get me to the next level, even though I did get something really sick with that money, but still, like, bro, it's crazy how the level just is never, I don't want to say attainable, but it just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. And it's like, I respect it, but also that's what scared me away. That's what made me say, well, I don't think I want to be Mr. Triple Quad Recessive guy. I can't afford it. I'm not going to lie. This is crazy. The prices are fucking insane. But look at it. I mean, a lot of that stuff, if I had 10K, let's say I had 10K, and this was what, 2018, Will? I don't even Will remembers this. This is literally when Will was not selling anything, bro. Like nothing. No. I was just friends. I was lucky to be friends with him because I met him at a show and we were cool. I had him on my show and whatnot. And yeah, but like still, like he was not letting go and everything. So imagine if I did have that money and I was able to get some Will heat right now, I would be sitting really pretty for sure. Like that. And that's why it always, like, you know, whatever you dump into this game, if you do it right and you do it smart, it pays back tenfold every fucking time. I'm telling you, bro. I mean, you know, you have to, of course, add snakes that will roll on you and clutches that go bad. That just comes with it. But still, even one successful clutch could make up for this whole fucking thing that you invested in. One clutch. Absolutely. It's crazy. I love it.
I've seen it time and time again. You know, I don't. That's one of the best parts about working over there is seeing what I would eventually, not maybe the full extent of what Willie's got going on, because like you said, right, 10K list or whatever, however he does it. But I would like to be, you know, somewhere in that ballpark, if you wish. And it's crazy, nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's also like the reminder why you should just be patient and just chill. You know, it could happen. It could happen for you too, especially if you're buying the right things. You know, and you know, surrounding yourself around the right people, you could easily like fucking be that person. It just takes some time. It takes a lot of time, you know, it takes time. It does take time, but So you have to, if you're having fun, time flies, you know, like, fuck, it hasn't seemed like it's been 5 years since I really started keeping reptiles, you know, and breeding on going on 4 years this coming year. It's nuts. Just shit fucking flies, bro. It's fucking insane. But wouldn't want it any other way. I got to ask you this. Humidity ever been a problem for you? How are you keeping your shit humidified the way you should when it comes to, you know, anything as far as a hatchery shedding to making sure that your snakes are breeding? Are you got anything going on to keep your humidity up, or is humidity not a problem for you?
I've never had a humidity problem in this room.
Nice.
No, it's, mind you, in the Freedom Breeder rack, maybe dries out a little faster than anything else, but I think that's because I got the wrong holes for it, right? So,
me too.
Yeah,
I did too many.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, for guys that are having humidity problems, I think a lot of it comes down to the racks and that you're using. I find, you know, with these ones here at my place, at Will's, anywhere else that I've gone to, they dry out, you know, 10 times faster than your PVC racks will. Like I said, I've never really had too much of an issue keeping anything humid around here.
Yeah, I mean, are you on paper or cocoa chip? What is Aspen? What do you use?
We use cypress mulch.
Cypress mulch. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy expensive and hard to get cocoa up here in Canada.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's nuts.
So wait, would you be, if cocoa was affordable, would you use cocoa for your snakes?
I would use cocoa for the babies, for the hatchlings,
right?
And then cypress for the adults. Super easy to clean, not a lot of dust. I mean, we were getting, I think it was cocoa blocks from KB Reptiles. Dude, you'd run your fingers along the window ledges or the top of the racks or in between these levels. Dude, it'd be just dusty all the time. With the cypress mulch, it's super clean. Hardly any, just dries out maybe a little bit quicker than cocoa, but nothing that's not, you know, manageable.
So this is your second year breeding. What year is this breeding for you?
I think first clutch was the end of 2019, so 2021, 22. So this would be my third year. Yeah,
third year. Okay. What have you noticed so far when it comes to your females laying the next year? I mean, do most of your females go around the same time every year? Are they going a little later, sooner? What has that been happening with your experience?
Mine has fluctuated. So the first year, obviously, it was just a crapshoot. What went. I didn't know, you know, how to palpate. I didn't know how to, you know, find the signs. I saw, you know, ovulations and prelay sheds and that. My second year, though, they all went in the months of, I think it was June, July, and August. And then this year, they all went May, June, July. So I hope it falls back a little bit. That way there I get to expand now that I got, you know, 60, 70 breeder females. I would like for them all to be within a few months of going. But next couple of years, I'll start to pinpoint more and you know, keep track of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you said that it does fluctuate, because that's the reality from anybody who kind of uses the natural temps in their areas, and I'm assuming that's what you're ambient for the most part, right?
Yeah, I control my ambient in here. Actually, I run a fan in a room, like a room heater. I keep my temperatures actually the same as, so last year and this year I followed Will's temperature swings and all that. You know, dropping.
What's the drop? Go and tell us what the drops are during the winter. I'm curious.
No, in the winters, it goes up. So that my room will stay at 80, 81 degrees all the way through.
Okay.
Just for breeding right now, it's set down to 78. And then as we get closer to December, I'll probably bring it up a little bit more. But
wait, what's 70? Say that 70. What's 78? Say that again.
78.
What is
my room?
The room. Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. Cool.
And this house that we have is all green foam spray insulation. So I set it at 70, 78. It's 78 in this room.
What's your hot spots at?
All my hot spots, everything except for my hatchlings are 90 degrees.
Crazy. I think we overheat, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what you're doing is standard for sure, and that works, and I could be wrong, and we'll see what's up. I mean, I had my biggest year so far, and I keep everything on 84. Like 84, it could get to 87, don't get me wrong. But for instance, I typically would run just ambient until an ovulation, and then I would give them 90, right? But I kept noticing that a lot of, like, for whatever reason, a lot of my girls didn't like to hug the heat. And I was like, well, why? And I remember when I was first trying to figure it out, I'm like, well, why aren't they hugging the heat if they ovulated? I thought that's what they do. But I just kind of put 2 and 2 together. And then this year I just kept their hotspot at 84. It's always 84 and had a great year. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is just me. I'm also from San Diego. I don't have snow. I don't have any of that stuff. Right. And I had a big talk with Mark Bailey. Shout out to Mark Bailey, big fucking OG in the game. We were talking about boas. He's bred boas. I just had a litter of boas this year. And I'm not saying heat had anything to do with it, but maybe it did. But I kept my boas at 87, and then I bumped it up to 90 after ovulation, and half the litter came stillborn. And then Mark was like, dude, he's like, I've already noticed that people overheat their fucking snakes years ago. I was like, I've always kept my boas at 84. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Is 84 the number? What the fuck? And guess what? All these guys, 84. Everything's 84 right here. So I don't know. Like I said, Dave Kaufman obviously documented them in the fucking dirt. But why are the ball pythons constantly under the fucking ground? Why are they in dirt? Because that's where it's the coldest. Just because they come from a climate area that's in the hundreds, like 90s, doesn't mean they enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. Like I said, if you're having a great year, Adam, if you're not having any slugs, if you're killing it, if your snakes are eating, they look happy, perfect sheds, then don't switch a fucking damn thing. I'm just, I'm somebody who's coming off a fucking win. And I say a big win because I'm very hard about this weekly water change. I'm not a fan of that at all, man. And I hope there's any ball python breeders offended by this, because I feel like you should do more than once a week water changes. That's fucked up. I really do. But that also goes to like, well, why should we have 90 hotspots? Like, why? Like, let's kind of think about why they should. Oh, because it's in a book, or because that's what they are in Africa. And, I don't really buy the whole, let's do what they do in the wild. They're not in the wild. They're not in the wild. They're here. Like, think about you take me to Alaska or the fucking Iceland or some shit. I'm not going to adjust. I'm going to, but there's people out there who are adjusted to that. Like there's people who are born in that demographic and they're used to that temperature. So what I'm saying is, you got a wild import, cool. Keep it at 90. It came from Africa, but the stuff that you're producing is coming from here. It's not coming from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying give your fucking snake 60-degree weather. No, I'm just saying maybe not 90. And guess what? The reason why I don't want people to always use 90 is because, bro, that creates fucking fires. Like that much heat could create fires in people's, people have faulty rack systems by accident, faulty fucking thermostats. Like people who constantly need to run 90 heat on everything. That's a lot of heat. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So if you're in a position like I am, maybe you don't need to go 90. Like, just, mind your surroundings is all I'm saying, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess the way you can look at it is my probe is at 90, right? My bin temperature is probably like 87, 88, maybe.
Right.
Because you get that little bit of...
I'm not here to make you feel bad, Adam, I swear.
No. I'm just sitting in my head right now. Oh my God.
No, listen, like I can tell you what, man. I don't know. A snake that's overheated is stressed out. A snake that's overheated acts a different way. Okay, so I'm not saying the 90s even killing a ball python or anything. I just like if I could use less heat, if I could use less energy, I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of that. I don't want to use unnecessary heat, is what I'm saying.
That's right.
Because, dude, I don't want to fucking fire. That's terrible. Like, I'm scared of that shit. I'm terrified all the time that my shit's gonna catch in flames. You know what I mean? That's why I have nest systems everywhere. Like, I can't even smoke a bowl without my fucking thing. Like, I literally have to take my nest thing off and put it like while I'm in here so I could smoke. Because if I smoke, that thing goes off. I don't play. I think everyone else should do the same thing. Because you know, when we're working with shit like this, things go faulty. It's just the truth of things. But if we could really talk about some of the biggest trial and errors that you've dealt with so far in this game, what would that be, you think?
Oh, I'm not really sure. I've had a lot of stuff that I wish I hadn't done in the beginning. You know, listening to people I probably have was one of the biggest. Yeah, I mean, you live and learn, right?
Yeah. I mean, other than that, what would you say that is one of the most commonly made mistakes that people make coming into this game that you could think of?
I guess not knowing your right.
Not knowing your animals, like your projects and whatnot, or what do you mean?
Your animal specific. If you got con behind you can't just shove them. Right.
You're breaking up a little bit, bro. Say that again.
Is it choppy?
Yeah, a little bit. I like your words are like chopping up, so I can't really hear the full sentence.
You want me to exit out again?
No, we're good. Just repeat what you said if you don't mind.
Like, you couldn't just shove a there's a lot of species that people I've seen around here that just have like shoe bin racks and they throw their animals, which is kind of, you know, I wish I could exploit every single one of these.
Right. Yeah.
It'd be hard.
100%.
But yeah.
Now, I mean, what's the overall count for you when it comes to pairing? Like, I mean, how many females did you pair up this year?
I paired, I think it was about 20.
Nice. And out of how many 20, how many went?
10. Exactly 10 females. 10 clutches this year.
And are you done for the year, or do you have more coming?
No, I'm done. I just pulled my last clutch yesterday. They went out from the incubator and they're in the rack for waiting to shed.
So they say technically 70% or 75% is a good success rate for your production, right? Like what went for you. Seems like half went for you. Are you kind of looking into that, or do you know why only half went for you?
I used a lot of like new and upcoming male. So
okay.
And then I one might have missed the feeding, and then I don't want to ruin this male, right?
Right.
Because it's not worth it, really. The females that went, I got some gangster stuff that I'm gonna push forward with, and the ones that didn't go will go next year, hopefully, for me. So if I miss, I miss. If I don't, I don't. Right. Right. I get an enjoyment at Will's place too. So when we cut eggs there, man, it's cool as hell. Whether it's happening here or over at his place, I'm stoked.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not be excited for the future when you're cutting eggs with Will, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor. I have a wrap-up question before we get into some hot seat questions. Why don't you exit out for it? That way we're clear and everyone hears the last part of this, okay?
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good, brother. You're good. You're good. Shout to everyone tapping in on this beautiful Monday night. Man, what a good Monday night. Let's see. Do I have anything I need to share right now? I mean, I am going to talk to you guys after the episode, but definitely get those likes up. If you haven't got the likes up for my man yet, please do so. I mean, I'm not complaining about the amount of likes. We have a shit ton of likes. We're killing it. 74 likes. God damn. Killing it. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys are excited. Sunday, I got somebody cool as fuck coming to the podcast Sunday. It's gonna be all venomous, nothing but venomous talk. It's gonna be great. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Adam, you good?
Yes, sir. It's hard getting service in an igloo, huh?
Yeah, bro. It's all good. Everything's been fine, like for the most part. You're fine. A lot of it started happening towards the end, but it's all good. We have a wrap-up question here for you. Investments are everything when you first come into this. Where are you at when it comes to investing in snakes versus equipment? And what I mean by that, like, let's just say you have a few thousand to spend. Should you spend that on a rack system versus buying more snakes and keeping snakes at something affordable versus investing in freedom breeder? And also same with an ultrasound and stuff like that. Like, where do you feel like it's necessary to invest in certain things like that versus a snake?
For me right now, if I had a couple grand to blow out of my pocket, it'd be the infrastructure in this place. I'd buy a lot more racks. Snakes will come, right? Maybe not the ones that you're looking at this moment, but there's always going to be something down the road. For me right now, it would be to buy racks for sure.
Just to make sure the space is cleared.
Yeah, I mean, you're growing, right? You can't grow without having somewhere to house your animals.
Now, what about a first year though? Like, I'm talking like somebody who it's their first year.
Oh, it'd be in your animals for sure.
Right.
For a first time coming in, grab those animals because, I mean, these are just nice to look at, right? They don't do anything special. These aren't making your animals breed. They're not maybe a little bit easier to do things, but these aren't going to make you your money. I mean, I still have one melamine rack. I got 5 or 6 PVC racks,
It's a status symbol.
Absolutely. Yeah. I felt pretty good when that showed up in the driveway.
Oh, fuck yeah. God damn it.
But I also felt good when I bought a pretty decent male this year off of a guy out in Manitoba. And I felt pretty good when that came in too. So, and that was roughly about the same price as the racks. I guess all you can do.
Oh man. I will say anyone out there who's been dumping money into snakes, once you get your first freedom breeder rack, it does feel just as good as getting a snake. I can tell you that. It's a good feeling. It's fresh. It's good. It's clean. I love it.
Once they're done raping you on the shipping to Canada, though.
I don't have to deal with that, unfortunately. I still paid about like $300, but I feel like that's like probably $1,000 more or some shit for you. It's not cheap.
For one rack, you're looking at like maybe $1,500 to $2,000.
For one rack, to what size?
This is a 5540.
Oh, you're talking about just the shipping is what you're saying.
Just the shipping, yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's murder, dog. God damn. Well, day by day, you'll get there, right? Anyone out there who's up and coming, you'll get there. Hey, Adam, what a great episode. We finally got this shit in. I'm so happy. This was me and Adam been trying to sit down for almost well over a year now, and but luckily, with his new job and his new schedule, he's able to come to the platform and spit some game for us tonight. And I got to say, it's awesome to hear where you're at, where you're going, and one of many rounds to come. I could already tell you you'll be back on this podcast for sure, my man. I appreciate it.
I look forward to it. Yeah.
Now, listen, you got hot seat questions, motherfucker. You ain't just leaving with all these little props and shit like that. You got hot seat questions. I want to see how you do with these hot seat questions, okay?
All right.
So, hot seat questions from my man's Adam, Exiled Exotics. Are you ready for these?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Hot seat questions. Frozen thought or live?
Live.
Would you cut an egg or would you not cut an egg?
I wait till they pit.
So, would you cut an egg or would you not cut an egg?
I would cut an egg.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Red chondro neo or yellow chondro neo?
Ooh. Red.
Pre first shed meal or post first shed meal?
Depends. You talking about puzzles?
Well, what about puzzle? Wait. So puzzles take forever to shed?
No, you can feed them as soon as they come out of the egg.
Oh, really?
Your fingers, your thumbs, your tongs,
So
whatever you want.
they come out aggro.
Oh my god!
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I usually wait till post shed though.
But if you had some puzzles that you made, you'd give them a meal beforehand?
You could feed them whatever you wanted. Those things are nasty.
Damn, respect. Yay imports or boo imports?
Yay.
To miss a reptile, or excuse me, let's ball pythons. To miss the ball python or to not miss the ball python?
Not miss the ball python.
Yay sports or boo sports?
Boo sports.
Big flexor or no flexor?
No flexor.
Oh, come on, Adam. Come on. Steak or fish?
Ooh. Steak.
Favorite rock band of all time?
AC/DC.
Yeah. Like that. Favorite rapper of all time?
Ooh. That's a good one. I've been listening to a lot of MGK right now. He's not crazy, but
oh shit, he just said MGK. Damn, there's so many people. I had an Eminem MGK, like who would you pick? And so many people got so mad that I kept asking that because nobody was said MGK. You just said MGK. Wow. That's fucking crazy. The power of Canada. That's nuts.
Nuts, huh?
All right, hold on. All right. Favorite Kodam.
Favorite what?
Favorite Kodam.
Kodam, Wookie.
Least favorite Kodam.
Oh, lesser.
Favorite double recessive project.
This would be DG Puzzle.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, little word. What?
It's nice in your hands.
I bet I've seen it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful in your hands. It makes you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Little word association, and just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. You ready?
Yeah.
Milk.
Cereal.
Calico.
Hide.
Cocoa.
Husk.
Stuck shed.
The what?
Stuck shed.
Oh, hell.
America's Morph Market.
Spending lots of money.
Canada's Morph Market.
Pretty good money.
Instagram trolls.
Hate them.
If you had to eliminate one Canadian breeder out of Canada, who would it be? I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
That way, do you have anybody? You could say that if you
No, actually, dude, there's a lot of cool people.
Okay, hold on. Let's I take it back. Let's rewind. All right. If you could give the utmost respect and credit to any other Canadian breeder besides Will, who would that be?
Ooh. I'm Khalil. Khalil's made some crazy shit, but there's so many
bastard. I would have said the same. You can't steal my answers. That's what
there's tons of people. Like all the homies that come out to the shows in Toronto, they're all making some crazy good stuff, and they're really cool to talk to.
I would have said, okay, since you said Khalil, can I say who I would have said?
Yeah.
Christian from Morphin Endorphins.
Yeah, okay.
That's my dog.
He's doing pretty good.
He is the man. And honestly, Canada, you're killing it. Dude, honestly, that's a tough question, bro, on both ones. But listen, Canada is fucking killing it. Which reminds me, guys, can I please get more Canadian guests for my Saturday shows? International Trop Talk is hurting. I need Canadian guests. Please hit me up on Instagram. But, dude, check it out, Adam. We had up to 70 people tapping in at one point for this episode. Okay, we have 79 likes, okay? That's what I'm talking about. What do you have to say to everyone tapping in tonight and giving you all the love and support?
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's it, motherfucker? You don't want to fucking say follow me on Instagram or anything? Like, come on, Adam.
If you wish. No, I was nervous as hell on here. I don't know many people, right? I dig myself under a rock and I just chill there because it's comfortable.
But you went to Tinley, dog. You were at Tinley. I thought I could have sworn you would have made a bunch of fucking friends there. Like, hello. You're not under a rock, bro. You went to Tinley. Tinley's the Super Bowl shows. You you are not under a rock, my man. People know who you are, and people were fucking with you. We had 70 people in this bitch. You kidding me?
Yeah.
You killed it. Good job. Listen, I appreciate you, Adam. You got big things heading your way. I like where your head's at. I like you're a family man. More importantly, I like that your road dog's fucking Will Moroz. But that's a wrap from my boy Adam, Exiled Exotics, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
Bro, listen, get some good night rest. Kill that work tomorrow. I'll see you later, bro. Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Peace. Damn. Adam McDougal in the books. Thank you so much, everybody. Please get the likes up. You I don't even have to say to get the likes up. The likes are up. God damn. Thanks, people. I love you guys, man. What an amazing episode. Yes, Will. That's what a hitter, man. What a good guy to have on your side. But also Will only attracts the best people. That's how Will does. Will's very player. Please go give Adam a follow, man. Go fuck with Adam. Adam has a lot of good stuff going on. Exiled Exotics on Instagram. And I appreciate everyone who tapped in tonight. I had a really good night with everyone. Thank you so much. I do want to say we do have a big night ahead of us. Oh, don't we? Don't we? What is happening this Thursday? Who could guess what's happening Thursday? Can anyone guess what it is? Is that time of year? Time of year, my bad. Time of month. It's that time of month. I'm not talking to my wife either. I'm talking to you guys. It's that time of month. And it is Snakes and the Fat Man with your boy MJ. Nobody safe, you bitches. It's going down this Thursday night. You know what's funny? Not that I'm laughing. I didn't even get a fucking goddamn Nobody Safe sessions last month. So we have a lot to catch up on. And yeah, there's so much in the works with me and my boy Chris. I cannot wait. And yeah, man, everyone enjoys a Nobody Safe session. And it's going down this Thursday night with Chris Eaton, of course, my co-host on this segment. Chris has been killing it, as always. And yeah, we have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. Appreciate you supporting me, Chris. Thanks for being a part of this. And it's going down this Thursday night. Go down to the link. Set your reminder. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys know the deal. Holyfield. And then like I was talking about just earlier, all venomous talk. So many people out there are on the venomous conversation of things. Maybe not a lot of ball python people, but I have a lot of other homies who are like, I need more venomous. I need more venomous. Well, guess what? Somebody that I look up to in the arboreal world, seriously, one of my number one green tree python mentors, almost any, like an import mentor. Like this guy is so knowledgeable, but a lot of people don't understand that he has a really big, I can't say really big, but he has a respectable venomous collection. My boy, Patrick Holmes. Okay. This guy right here, definitely not a stranger to the Trap Talk podcast, but I've never had the privilege of sitting down with him to talk about his venomous collection. And this guy's venomous collection, I'm telling you right now, he works with some hot ones. It's going down this Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard. Nope, my bad. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then I got to say, Sunday after the podcast, I meet up with all my Patreon members. Shout out to the coolest Trap Talk family. Excuse me, the coolest Reptile family in the world. That's the Trap Talk family Patreon. Go down to the link below. Join the Trap Talk Patreon family. Come fuck with us. Come fuck with some heavy hitters, especially if you're bored. And what I mean by that, if you don't got enough going on with your projects, if you're not happy, not what I mean by happy, but like, let's just say you don't want to think about your ball pythons. Like, you know, yeah, I'm talking to you ball python breeders out there. Like, let's just say you're like, I'm just tired of thinking about my ball pythons. I don't want to think about my ball pythons. They're 2 years before they could breed. God damn. Well, dude, get into something else. Keep your mind busy. And one thing you could do is join the Trap Talk Patreon family, join the Discord, go find all the other species that you could tap into. You don't have to get a bunch, but get one or two. You know, have some fun with it. Hey, listen, Patreon members, I love you guys. I fucked with you guys tough. Thank you for your love and support. I actually finally have what has been missing from the Patreon page for the last 3 weeks, but it's up and coming. And like I said, when you join the Trap Talk Patreon once you join the Trap Talk Patreon family, not only do you get access to the Discord, but you get access to exclusive content just for you guys, nobody else. And that's how I roll. Adam, thank you so much. You guys killed it. Canada, you guys are nothing to be slapped on. And that's coming from the Trap. That's coming from your boy MJ. Canada is hella certified. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys Thursday night, and I'm out. Cheers.